Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus of Volunteer State Community College. We have game two of the Music City Classic here on the campus of Vol State in Gallatin, Tennessee, located about 20 miles northeast of Nashville, Music City, Tennessee. Game two will feature the Milwaukee Area Technical College Stormers against the Lady Warriors of Wabash Valley. The game one saw the host team, Vol State Lady Pioneers, defeat MATC 14-2. And now the Stormers will take on the Lady Warriors. Let's get to the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups first for the visitors. From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Sophia Hansen back in the leadoff spot playing right field. Celia May in center field, batting second. Ryan Pagano at shortstop. Batting third. Ava Marks, the cleanup hitter. She'll move over to third base for this game. Jaden Moss at second base, batting fifth. Taylor Wilson behind the plate. She'll hit sixth. Yeah, the DP bats seventh. That's Mia Carini. Madison Johnson-Haas in left field hitting eighth. And batting ninth, playing first base, Emma Stout. In the circle for the Stormers, Jordan Hansard for her first opportunity in the circle as head coach Joe Kuttner sent two Lady Stormers in game one, Eleanor Henschel and Nevaeh Folk. Each went 2 innings, gave up 13 hits and 14 runs. The Stormers, coached by Joe Kuttner in his third year, and he's assisted by Stephen Champagne in his second year. For the Lady Warriors of Wabash Valley, who come in with a record of 2-2, their lineup looks like this. Kylie Robinson will play center field, bat first. Left fielder Emma Banks hits second. Easton Wampler at shortstop, hitting third. Michaela Collins in the cleanup spot. She'll be behind the plate. Alexis Tucker is the pitcher. She'll bat fifth. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Maylin Batson. Audra Gibson at first base, batting seventh. Emily Higgs will hit eighth and play right field. And at second base, the number 9 hitter, Jocelyn Vincent. For the 2-2 Lady Warriors, head coach Jade now Kirkland, formerly known as Jade Montgomery. She's assisted by Barry Pearson and Mark Colvin as they will take the field just all in black, and we can even see their numbers. Team from the farthest north wearing jackets and shawls and blankets, everything they can to stay warm. They came down south thinking they were going to get some warm temperature. And, hey, we'd love to give it to them, but we don't have any control over the weather. Happy just to be able to get onto the diamond today. Had a lot of rain here in Middle Tennessee over the last couple of days, and there's more to come on Saturday. Last forecast I saw was for 2 to 3 inches. So there is a pretty good-sized pool of water out in right field. Saw Shelby Green, the right fielder for Lady Pioneers, that was dodging frogs out there in right center field. That's where they dumped the tarp. We are about set. Thanks for joining us. This is Tim Reese broadcasting on the Vol State Sports Network. Sophia Hansen will lead off. And the first pitch swung on and missed. Hansen 0 for 3 in game one. A couple strikeouts looking in a flyout. 0-2. See if we can figure out the technical difficulties that I'm having with my scoreboard. And we'll put up 3 strikes now as Hansen goes down swinging. Alexis Tucker in the circle. 2-0 record. 3 games pitched out of the 4. She started 2 of them. Misses low to Celia May, the center fielder. Game 2 of 3 today. Just getting the Music City Classic started. Behind the plate, our arbiter is Hartley Hines. Out on the bases, Mike Barrett. There's a line drive right back at Tucker. She makes the grab on the line drive, and out to the mound goes Celia May, checking on the pitcher. You don't see that in baseball. Not at any level as far as I know. Maybe little guys. Ryan Pagano, shortstop, 3-hole hitter. Got the first run on the board for the Stormers in the first inning with a solo home run to dead center field. She went 2 for 2, scored all runs scored, pops that one up out to first base, but it will hit just into the netting in front of the dugout. She homered in the first, singled and scored on an infield single by Ava Marks in the third inning of that game. They lost 14-2 to the Lady Pioneers. Now 6-2 on the year for Vol State. 0-1 are the Stormers. In the on-deck circle, Ava Marks played first base in Game 1. She'll play third base starting off here in Game 2. Popped up. This is playable on the right side. Over is Jocelyn Vincent, and she'll make the catch just in foul territory, is what I'm going to say, for out number 3. Actually, it's easier on my score sheet just to write it in fair territory. 1-2-3 inning for Alexis Tucker. She's given up 9 hits, 6 runs, which were earned, walked 5, struck out 11 in her 13 innings of work. 3.23 ERA. We are headed to the bottom of the first inning. We're scheduled for 7 here in Game 2 of the Music City Classic. This is Tim Reese. We are broadcasting on the Vol State YouTube channel. Send the link to friends and family that may not know that we are broadcasting. Did get this information late to head coach Christian Lynn that we were going to broadcast, and don't think there'll be a stream, well, at least a broadcast anyway. I'm not sure if Christian will set up a stream or not. I'll try to set up a camera that you can at least put one out here, so hopefully have a stream but not a broadcast. I have doubleheader baseball beginning at noon tomorrow. If I can get here for the late game, I believe that late game's probably Vol State against Milwaukee. Is that right? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. There's 5 games tomorrow. Christian Lynn's sitting right next to me here in the press box as I get my information. Let's see if I can pull that up. Tomorrow's action brings in Motlow State from Tullahoma, Tennessee. They're one of the now 11 teams in the Tennessee JUCO Conference, TCCAA. Motlow State will be here for, 1, 2. They're going to play just a doubleheader tomorrow, one against Wabash and one against Milwaukee. So first game is at 10:30. Game 2 is 12:45. That's Motlow State against each of these 2 teams. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Kylie Robinson, Emma Banks, and Easton Wampler due up to face Jordan Hansard. First pitch is high. Squaring around a bunt, but fouling it back. As the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Kylie Robinson, a 5'4" freshman from Beech Grove, Indiana. Played in all 4 of the games, started all 4. He's collected 2 hits and 2 RBIs so far this season. Able to lay off that pitch high and away. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. Check, swing, called strike on the outside corner. Madison Johnson, Haas in left field, Celia May in center, Sophia Hansen in right. 2-2 pitch is up. We'll have a full count ministry, full count. If you're not familiar with full count ministries, it's a local baseball ministry here that helped me get my start in broadcasting, and I am using some of their broadcast equipment for today's broadcast. Ball 4, and Robinson hustles down to first base as the ball got by Taylor Wilson, who was scratched in game 1. She was not feeling well. Glad to see that she's feeling better. Down a runner at first, and another left-handed hitter, Emma Banks, stands in. Leading the team in hitting. 6 hits and 9 at-bats. 4 games. 667. Of those 6 hits, 2 are doubles and 2 are triples. 4 RBIs for the sophomore from Mount Carmel, Illinois. Throw down to second, goes into right center field. Robinson will pick up the stolen base on ball 2. And a runner in scoring position for the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Emma Banks. On deck, Easton Wampler. Two-0 pitch. Turns into 3 balls and no strikes. Jordan Hansard, the 5'6" freshman from Rockford, Illinois, on for her first appearance in the circle. That misses up. 4-pitch walk to Banks. That's 2. Free passes to begin the bottom of the first. That brings up Easton Wampler from Fortville, Indiana, 5'10" freshman. Wampler, a pretty unique name. I played college baseball at Belmont, what was then college, in 1979. I want to say 79, 80. I don't know. Might have been 1980 or 81. That a young man named Scott Wampler, I believe he was from Mount Carmel, Indiana. Swing and a miss. At some point in time, I'm going to go down and ask Easton Wampler if she's related to a Scott Wampler. Played 1 year and then I think moved back home. Never heard from him again. But if you know Scott Wampler, that pitch is fouled down the right field line and over the bullpen. Send an email to my email, treesports@gmail.com. Let me know. Oh-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Wampler late on fastballs from Hansard. See if we've got any emails to the T-Ree Sports. Oh, we got some more from the Vol State fans. 0-2 pitch. Another pop-up. That will get out of play as well. So Easton Wampler now leading the Music City Classic in foul balls off to the right side. No prizes given for that, though. Small budget here at Volunteer State Community College. 0-2 pitch. Just outside. Nice pitch from Hansard. And a good take by Wampler. Wampler comes in hitting .250. She's played and started in all 4 games. 3 for 4, a double, 3 RBIs. Another foul ball. So this one heads over to the fire hall number 2, located right next to the western entrance of the Vol State campus, right across the street from McDonald's, the Breakfast of Champions that I had this morning. A cold sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. Ground ball gets by the diving shortstop. That's going to drive in the first run of the ball game. And Wampler gets the Lady Warriors on the board. Kept fouling balls off and fouling one off until she got one inside that she liked. Ryan Pagano, good attempt at keeping the ball in the infield, but RBI single drives in Robinson. And Emma Banks moves down to second base. So the first 3 have reached for Wabash Valley. Didn't get a lot of chance to do prep work. See if I can get on the old Googler here and see how Wabash Valley came to be 2-2. First pitch to Michaela Collins, the catcher, misses up and away. They also played in the JUCO showdown at Panama City Beach, where Volunteer State played. Ground ball to second, backhanded, but gets off the glove of Jaden Moss, and another run's going to score on the error. No RBI to Collins. E4 allows Emma Banks to come in to score the second run of the inning. And Wabash Valley leads 2-0. Strike at the knees to pitcher Alexis Tucker. One hit in the inning, 2 walks, and now an error. Ground ball foul. Count goes 0-2. Lurleen Wallace Community College was the first victim of Wabash Valley back on last Friday, February 7th, 11-3 win. Then a loss to St. John's River State College. Line drive into right center field. That will hit the gap and roll all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. The throw gets back into the infield. And Collins gets over to third base on the RBI double by Tucker. Now runners at second and third. And 3-0 is the score. Second hit of the inning for Wabash Valley. Maylin Batson stands in. Pitch low and inside for ball 1. Alexis Tucker, 5'10", sophomore from Fort Branch, Indiana. Her and Emma Lee Higgs, the number 8 batter in the lineup from that same town. Sliced foul, that'll get into the grass. Fouled just over the first base dugout. One pitch, still nobody out. 2-1 is the count. Batson hitting .333. She has 3 hits and 9 official plate appearances. Looking for her first RBI of the season. Walked twice. Reached base at a .455 clip. And a pitch away from drawing the third walk of the inning. On deck, Audra Gibson. Popped up out to center field. Celia May charges, makes the catch, and a strong throw to the plate. One hops right to Taylor Wilson. That will keep Mayla Collins at third base. There's the first out of the first inning. Audra Gibson, a 5'6" freshman from Silver Creek, Indiana, stands in. That's going to catch the knees right over the plate for strike one. This is the fourth game in the fourth start for Gibson. The fifth game of the year for Wabash Valley. Another one that whispers at the inside corner. Hansard gets ahead. Gibson one hit. Also looking for her first RBI of the year. 0-2 pitch coming. Tapped foul down the first base line. Not sure which coach that is down at first base. Tried to make the play, but he's wearing his Michelin Man jacket. Tough to bend over. Get that one. He can put a tire on a car, though. 0-2 pitch coming again. Reach out and touch it. That's going to drop into the gap and roll all the way to the wall. 2 runs are going to come in. The play at second. The throw not in time. 2 more runs score. 5 runs in the inning. 2 RBI double for Gibson. And there is the first RBIs of the year for Audra. She drives in Collins and Tucker. Collins' run is unearned as she reached on the air. Three hits in the inning. 2 are extra bases, one by Alexis Tucker. And that double by Audra Gibson brings to the plate Emma Lee Higgs. Doesn't have the high schools that these young ladies played at, but can't imagine Fort Branch, Indiana is large enough to have too many high schools. If you know, send me an email. I like to know things. And I don't have time to get on the Googler. My research assistant's eating McDonald's or something here. Wes come walking in here with Mickey D's, smelling up the press box, starving to death in here. He didn't bring me anything. But he's new at this, the manager for Fall State. But he comes from a coaching background. His dad, assistant coach here for years, and been coaching, I think, women's sports for a long time. That pitch gets on the inside corner. Shows 0-2. I thought I had a ball up there. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, I wasn't wrong. Was a little late on the first strike, but 1 ball, 2 strike count to Emily Higgs, the right fielder, the 8th batter to come to the plate here in the bottom of the first. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Jocelyn Vincent. Higgs has a couple of hits in her 4 games that she started, 1 RBI. Make it a base hit to right field. Splashing is Sophia Hansen. But she's able to get the ball back in, and that'll put runners at first and third. Still 1 out. Still waiting for the first email from the either Wabash Valley or Milwaukee area technical. Pitch is high. Runner takes second base unopposed. I'll put a stolen base on my score sheet, but I am not the official scorer. But I play one on TV. Jocelyn Vincent is going to get plunked. And 9 have come to the plate against Jordan Hansard here in the first inning. Now the bases are juiced and back to the top of the lineup, Kylie Robinson. She walked and scored. Corners are in. Sliced foul over the third base dugout. Jocelyn Vincent, who's down at first base. She's a 5'3" freshman from Logansport, Indiana. Another foul ball to a lucky fan in Bloomington, Indiana. Actually, I could probably rattle off maybe 10 cities in Indiana. I'm a Cincinnatian that been to Indiana a few times. Ground ball to the right side. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. Charging is Hanson. They will score only one as Emma Stout down there at first base knocks down Kylie Robinson. About starts a brawl. No, I'm just kidding. She did not. That did not happen. I'm making it up. RBI single for Robinson. And the hits keep coming. High and inside to Emma Banks. She also walked and scored. No one loosening in the bullpen down the right field line. Swinging a foul tip. Two pitches have been thrown. I'm trying to figure out what that first one was. It was high and inside. 1-1 count. Now 2-1. Christian Lynn, who's operating the scoreboard here, is also checking his Facebook, maybe TikTok. Not sure what he's doing. Not paying attention. 2-1 pitch. I'm going to call you out. I don't care who you are. Swing and a miss. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's probably looking at watching me to see if I'm keeping up. Doing a few other things here. Still 1 out. 11th batter to come to the plate. Fouled that one off. I know what I was doing. I was looking at the schedule for Wabash Valley. They lost 18-1 to St. John's River State College, and then split another doubleheader on Saturday, February 8th. A win against Snead State and a loss to Northwest Florida State College. Is that the top team, Christian? Northwest Florida State College. So they lose 18-1 to St. John's River State College. And then fall in 8 innings to the number 1 ranked team. Ball 3 with the bases loaded. The Full Count Ministries Full Count. Go to fullcountministries.com. See all the ministries doing for baseball players, not only here in Middle Tennessee, but other parts of Tennessee, and also down in Birmingham and in Nicaragua. They're also sending folks on mission to Austria, I believe, coming up in the next month or two. Full count, first pitch, foul ball. Lazily tapped foul. To stay alive is Emma Banks on deck, Easton Wampler. Full count pitch. And another foul ball. Our foul ball getter, Wes Burtner, right? Buckner. Okay. Wes Burtner was a basketball player at Belmont. He's from Winchester, Kentucky. That's who I remember. Full count pitch. That's ball 4. That'll be an easy RBI. And a touchdown and extra point had been put on the board here in the bottom of the first inning. Stephen Champagne will go out and have a chat with Jordan Hansard, who's struggling here in the first. Her first inning of, I think, her college career in the circle, the freshman from Rockford, Illinois. Played third base in the first game against Vol State. Getting a chance in the circle. Not sure if, looks like the door to the bullpen is open now. Third walk. Emily Higgs has come in to score. Jocelyn Vincent on at third. Kylie Robinson at second, and Emma Banks at first base. Easton Wampler stands in. From the right side, she singled up the middle, drove in the first run of the game. And again, she fouls this one off. Could be playable. Makes a play. Let's see if the ball stayed in the glove. Runner at third did not attempt to tag, and they're going to call her out. What a play by first baseman Emma Stout, who's wearing some of the dirt and the warning track down the right side. Not sure why Jocelyn Vincent did not attempt to tag on that. But I couldn't see if the ball stayed in the glove of Stout down at first base. I saw it bobble. There's a fly ball to right field. Back goes Hanson. She's going to make the catch, splashing around. She gets it in quickly, but that's the third out of the inning. So after 11 came to the plate and the conversation from Coach Champagne, Hansard settled down, gets a pop out in foul territory and a fly out to right field to end the inning. 7 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lady Warriors hits. As I said, at least one of those is unearned. There was one error in the inning. 3 runners left on base. We're headed to the second. Wabash Valley up by a touchdown. You're listening to the Vol Sage Sports Network. This is the Music City Classic. Head to the top of the second inning. Milwaukee Area Technical College, that's what MATC stands for. The Stormers will send 4, 5, and 6 to the plate to face Alexis Tucker, who retired the side in order in the top of the first. Mark's a right-handed hitter, looks at ball 2. Ava was 1 for 1 in game 1. She reached base both times she came to the plate. Drove in a run in the third inning, the second run of the game. She also drew a walk in the first. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Tucker staked now to a 7-run lead as she's out there for the second inning. Just a bit too high. A lot of work done to get these ball games in today. Wes Buckner, the manager for the Lady Pioneer softball team, he and Christian Lynn, the head coach, got here at the crack of 8 o'clock, I heard. Wes, I heard it wasn't really that darn early, but you guys must have got after it quickly. Who helped you dump the tarp? Did the team show up? They weren't here at 8 o'clock, were they? Yeah, they were here. Okay. You had the tarp on all night long, right? All right. Dump the tarp. That's all out there in right field. First pitch to Jaden Moss, misses low and away. Moss did not play in game one, at least not that I was able to determine. Takes a healthy cut there, throw down to first, but Marks is back in time. Jaden, a 5'6" freshman from Rockford, Illinois. Pops that one up and over the press box here, right behind home plate. We're at the Dr. Warren and Chris Nichols softball complex. Dr. Warren Nichols, a president here at Vol State, and there is strike 3 called. So says Hartley Hines, the home plate umpire here for game 2. She'll also be behind the plate for game 3 that will follow this game, probably by about 30 minutes. Taylor Wilson gets her first at-bat, as far as I know. Again, some of these players might have gotten at-bats in late in the game of game 1, but they don't have their uniforms. Bunted, and a diving catch by the third baseman, Malin Batson. What a play. Put a star by that one to retire Taylor Wilson. Diving play of a bunted ball in foul territory. Batson was charging and saw the ball up in the air. That happened right in front of us. Mia Carini looks at a called strike. Carini 0 for 2 in game 1. Popped out and struck out. Now looking at a 1-ball, 1-strike count from Alexis Tucker. Carini from Waukegan, Illinois. 5'9" freshman. Didn't count how many sophomores are on the Stormers. Popped up and out of play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sophomores showing 7. Make it 7. Ava Marks is on at first base, also a sophomore. Eleanor Henschel, Ryan Pagano, Emma Stout, first baseman in this game. Left fielder MJ Haas. Taylor Wilson and Sophia Hansen. The 7 sophomores showing on the roster that I printed from the Milwaukee Area Technical College website. Check swing. No go. And we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. With 2 outs and a runner on first. A leadoff walk, and Tucker gets out on the swinging strikeout. She strikes out 2 in the inning. That's 3 in the ball game for Alexis Tucker. Comes in with 11 strikeouts in 13 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on base. We're going back to the bottom now, half of the inning. Wabash Valley leads 7-0. This is Tim Reese on the Vol State Sports Network for the Music City Classic between Milwaukee Area Technical College and Wabash Valley College. We'll be right back. Jordan Hansard back out in the circle for the Stormers of Milwaukee Area Technical College. Scheduled to appear for Wabash Valley. Alexis Tucker, Malin Batson, and Audra Gibson. Hansard struggled in the first 11 batters, did have one batter reach on an error, but 5 hits and 3 walks. Big contributors to the 7-run first inning. Hansard able to retire Wampler and Michaela Collins to end the inning. Drilled down the left field line. That'll get foul. Alexis Tucker doubled to right center field, drove in a run in the first. She is the pitcher for Wabash Valley and also a hitter. Popped up. That would get just over the screen. Wes Buckner, if you're up here doing the scoreboard, you can't go get foul balls too, buddy. You can't do it all. You got to let the other team go get those foul balls. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to short. Pagano up and over to first base. Nice stick of a low throw by Emma Stout. She's got 2 pretty good plays. Here she made a really great catch on a pop-up in foul territory by Wampler in the first. And the leadoff batter is retired for Wabash Valley. It brings up Malin Batson, who had a terrific defensive play in the top of the second. It's a ground ball to short. Pagano again throws it low. Must be right where Stout likes it. 2 6-3s in the books for Wabash Valley as they're swinging it here early in the count. That'll bring up Audra Gibson. Wes, you hearing the stomach growl, buddy, huh? You hearing my stomach growl? You feeling bad now that you went to McDonald's and did give me a double Filet-O-Fish fouled at the plate. Audra Gibson had a 2-run double to right center in her first plate appearance. Hopefully her family is watching. Another foul ball at the plate. She's killing herself with foul balls. Every time she fouls one at the plate, comes up and bangs into her body. But she's going to be okay. The 0-2 popped up on the right side. In comes Sophia Hansen, and she is all bundled up. I think that's her, and a 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Hansen. After giving up 7 in the first, Coach Kuttner puts her back out there, and she gets a 1-2-3 second inning. 7-0, Wabash Valley leads. We're heading to the third. We'll be right back after this short break. Tim Reese joining you from Gallatin, Tennessee. We're on the campus of Volunteer State Community College. 4 teams scheduled to play a bunch of games, even with Saturday being a rainout, according to the weather services. Alexis Tucker back out for her 3rd inning in the circle. Delivers a strike to M.J. Haas, the left fielder, sometimes known as Madison Johnson Haas. Coach said if you want to, you can just shorten that to MJ. So I want to. MJ looks at ball 1. Let's get the strike in there. Sometimes my scoreboard likes to work, sometimes it doesn't. See that email address up? That'll allow you to join the show. Let me know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. I'm not going to send you any advertisements or anything like that. I'm just going to give you a shout out on the broadcast. 1-2 pitch, strike 3 called. That is the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Alexis Tucker. Brings up the number 9 hole hitter, Emma Stout, playing first base. Got mud down that left leg. She made a nice sliding catch. She swings and misses at the first pitch she sees. Made a catch of a Wampler foul ball just on the other side of the first base dugout. Stout swings again and misses. Sophomore from Hartford, Wisconsin. 5'7". She also gets in the circle as well. Motlow State will be the 4th team involved in the Music City Classic. They will be here for a doubleheader tomorrow morning. I think 10:30 and like 12:15. Swinging a foul tip just in and out of the glove of catcher Michaela Collins. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul ball off to the right side. Not a whole lot of forest here, Woods, that a softball is going to get to. But it is kind of swampy over here behind the third base dugout. Wes has been out Easter egg hunting for foul balls a little bit today. So that pitch misses low and away. He's our scoreboard operator, the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard out in left center field. Know that we have any fans here for this game. If you get a chance to come out tomorrow, it might be a little warmer. And a full count Ministries full count as that pitch misses low. 34 degrees at game time. Did not write the start of this game, so I'll have to go back and do some ciphering with the YouTube channel. Full count first pitch, foul ball off the screen in front of the first base dugout. Lila, the almost 1-year-old, is back in the press box. Did she get some McDonald's too and didn't bring me some? Alyssa Costley, the pitching coach and assistant coach for Vol State. She's a young mama. Lila's got a birthday coming up in March. Popped up on the right field line. It will land foul just out of the outstretched arms of Emily Higgs. With one out, nobody on, Emma Stout will look at a full count pitch and another foul ball. On deck, leadoff batter Sophia Hansen. Pitch is down low. Second walk of the ball game for Tucker. Allows Stout to reach, and Hansen will step in. Squares around a bunt, lays it down the first base line. They're going to get her at first. Doubt she was actually bunting for a sacrifice. In baseball, that's an automatic. You just go ahead and put it down as a sac bunt. That's what I'm going to do. Now 2 outs and a runner at second. First pitch to Celia May in there for a called strike. Swing and a miss. Count goes no balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Tucker gets the strikeout. That's her 5th of the game. Strands another runner. Still no hits for Milwaukee Area Technical College. We'll head to the bottom of the third. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Head to the bottom of the third. A new pitcher out in the circle for Milwaukee Area Technical College. But I don't have any idea who it is. If you can identify this pitcher, send me an email to treesports@gmail.com. They're not wearing their uniform tops, so Jordan Hansard was the starter, and I know that's, you know what? Maybe that's not. Maybe that is still Jordan. You know what? I'm going to go with it. Maybe we don't have a new pitcher. Final answer, Wes. I'm going to stay with, that's the original pitcher, Jordan Hansard. She's going to face 8, 9, and 1 of the Wabash Valley College lineup. Emma Lee Higgins, Jocelyn Vincent, Kylie Robinson. At a 1-2-3 second inning. So why take her out? You see somebody in the bullpen, but can't see if they're actually warming up. That pitch misses the zone by just a smidge. Wes got 3-1 up on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard, so I'm going to go with that. And Hartley Hines confirms. She puts up 3 on the left hand, 3 fingers that is, and 1 on the right, and that's ball 4. And in any baseball or softball game, that is a walk. 4th walk of the game for Hansard. Brings up Jocelyn Vincent, who was plunked in her first plate appearance. Vincent came in hitting .250. 3 hits, all singles. And that pitch goes behind her as the runner takes second. She's wondering, do these 2 zeros look like the target sign? Vincent now leads the team in hit by pitches. He's been plunked twice. Squares around the bunt, lays it down. Hansard nearly put Stout in a tough position. The sacrifice moves the runner over to third base. Again, in the world of softball, probably for the most part not trying to bunt to move the runner over. I don't think the official scoring would be different. Leadoff batter Kylie Robinson has reached base both times she's come to the plate. Looks at a changeup high and over her head. Sorry we can't get any crowd noise here. I tried to put a crowd mic outside, but for some reason it's not working. Check swing. Let's see. They did not call her a strike. I thought she went. Let's see if they'll ask the base umpire, and Mike Barrett says no. He's in a position to seize on that left side with a left-handed hitter. 2-0 pitch. Misses outside. It gets by the catcher. Runner will come in to score. That's Higgs. Picks up the 8th run for Wabash Valley. Walk, stolen base, sacrifice bunt, and now a wild pitch scores Higgs. And a 3-0 count to the leadoff batter, center fielder Kylie Robinson. Four-pitch walk puts Robinson on. It's the second walk of the inning, 5th of the game for Hansard. Other left-handed hitter, Emma Banks, stands in. She's walked twice, once with the bases loaded. Has also scored a run. High and away for ball one. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. I did not do a full count ministries verse of the game in the first contest between Vol State and Milwaukee Area Technical College. Try to do that after the game as well. Don't have a whole lot of time between games. Get lineups, get the new score sheet filled out. Thank goodness these are actually short games for the most part. Not like a baseball game. Can last 3 hours. Just missed outside there. We'll effort to have a stream tomorrow, but probably will not have a broadcast. Won't be available. I'm not sure if Ryan DeKill, as that one's called a strike, sniffs the outside corner. Ryan DeKill, who did the broadcast of several Vol State basketball or softball games last year. Been feeling under the weather earlier this week, so I don't know that he's going to be able to get out and do that. Full count pitch, 1 out, 1 on, and it's ball 4. Jordan Hansard might be getting tired. It's the 20th batter she's faced. She's retired 7. Easton Wampler steps in. She's 1 for 2. Single that drove in a run. There's ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw is over the head of Ava Marks. It goes into left field. 1 run will score. And runners will be at the corners. On the errant throw, fielder's choice for Wampler. Error on the pitcher allows Robinson to score. Emma Banks moves all the way over to third base. No RBI to Wampler. Second run in the inning, still no hits. Brings up Michaela Collins. She's 0 for 2. She reached on an error in the first and scored. 9-0. 7 in the first for Wabash Valley. Now 2 here in the second. Make it 3 as the throw after the wild pitch is not in time. Three runs without the aid of a hit. Still only 1 out. Collins is the catcher for Wabash Valley. Michaela has 1 hit on the season. Does not have an RBI yet. Popped up. It might be trouble. In comes Hanson. She dives and can't make the grab. That'll be a base hit. Make it a double for Collins. Puts runners at second and third. Diving attempt by Hanson. Could not make the grab. Wampler moves over to third, and now Alexis Tucker, who's doubled in 2 trips. Drove in a run, scored a run, grounded out to short her last time up. There's a strike on the outside corner from Hansard. First hit of the inning, a bloop double by Michaela Collins. And another wild pitch. Here comes Wampler, the throw, not in time. It's 11-0. Four runs have scored, and not one of them have been driven in by Lady Warrior. Walk, a stolen base, sacrifice bunt, a wild pitch scored the first one. Then errors and wild pitches scored the rest. The only double did not drive in a run. That just moved Wampler over to third, where she could score on a wild pitch. That one catches the inside corner for a called strike. And we'll have a full count, Ministries, full count. So I look at my phone, I see the Bible app shows up. Popped up to the right side. Hansen will move over toward the line, splash a little water, make the catch. Here's the throw to the plate, up the line, and Collins will score on the sac fly. Now 2 outs. Another RBI to Tucker. Heavy water out there in right field. We could not book the helicopter to come in here to the Nichols Softball Complex to get that dried up out there. Got a pinch hitter for Malin Batson. Who do we have, Wes? Can you read numbers with ponytails covering them? Turn around. I need you to turn around. Swing. 14. There we go. Good job, Wes. Mara Serafini. That's what I'm going to go with. Says Carmi, Illinois. I wonder if that's supposed to be. Well, it's C-A-R-M-I. Surely they didn't misspell the city where this young lady's from. Why do I have 0-2 on my scoreboard and you got 1-1? Wes, I bet you're right. Let's see if Miss Hines puts up. She's not changing. So I'll go 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, 2 outs, 5 runs in for Wabash Valley. Whispers at the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the pinch hitter. Mara or Mara, M-A-R-A. Serafini. That one can't even wink at the inside corner. Another full count, Ministries full count. She is pinch hitting for Malin Batson. See if she goes in at third base in the top of the 4th. Full count pitch. Fouled at the plate. We'll do it again. So the first Jersey Mike's sub of the game for Wabash Valley is Mara Serafini. Boy, a number 9 regular on wheat right now from Jersey Mike's. Whew. Club Supreme. I'll buy you fly, Wes. Fouled off to the right side. That gets out of play. Is the bullpen down there underwater? Is that what the problem? Because I see a pitcher. That's where it all went. So I see a pitcher for Milwaukee areas throwing over here in foul territory. And the full count pitch will do it again. Ball 4. And I think that might do it for Jordan Hansard. See head coach Joe Kuttner walking around in front of the dugout. We'll have a meeting at the mound as the 9th batter will come to the plate, and that's everybody come on into the circle. 4 walks in the inning, 7 for the game for Jordan Hansard. Who I did not recognize when she came out for the 3rd inning. Maybe she did something to her hair. What do you think, Wes? You think she did something to her hair? No, Wes, that's the wrong answer. I just baited you into that one. It was wrong. She did nothing to her hair. She didn't even pull her pant legs up. She stays in there and gets a called strike to Audra Gibson, who was 1 for 2. She drove in 2 runs with a double in the first, flew out to end the second. Misses inside. MJ Haas in left, Celia May in center, Sophia Hansen in right. Ava Marks at third, Ryan Pagano at short, Jaden Moss at second base, Emma Stout at first, Taylor Wilson behind the plate, catches that offering from Jordan Hansard, and it is outside the zone as well. Erica Abbott, the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game in Game 1, has made an appearance inside the press box. Just a bit too high and outside there. Runner moves down to second on the wild pitch. She went 3 for 3 in that contest. Reached base all 4 times they let her come to the plate. Scored 3 runs, drove in 2. Was the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. You want her autograph? Ball 4. I'll get it for you. Maybe we can get her to sign the score sheet. I believe we're going to have another pinch hitter here, Wes. Stand down. I got it. Emily Ferguson, a 5'1" sophomore from Huntingburg, Indiana. I know where Huntingburg, Indiana is. That is the home of the DuBois County Bombers. Now in the Prospect League, Summer Collegiate Baseball League. Broadcasted there for the last 4 summers with the Full Count Rhythm baseball team. This will be the first year that Full Count Rhythm and DuBois County Bombers are not in the same league. It's got to be right down the can for a called strike. They play at League Stadium. Wes, name me one girls softball movie that you've seen in your life. I bet you part of it was filmed right there. Fouled off the screen. Actually, it wasn't. It's actually not women's softball. It was women's baseball. Name me one women's baseball movie you know. What's it called? I'll give you the famous line from there. There's no crying in baseball. Ball 2 strikes. 2 Ferguson is low and outside. No. I got 2-1. Wes has got 2-2 on the scoreboard. He's probably right again. I'm just talking movie trivia. Check swing. She did not go. And it is a Full Count Ministries full count. Tim Reese made an error again. He's awful. Get rid of him. Emily Ferguson with 2 on and 2 out. Looks at strike 3 called. And she is rung up for out number 3. There's no chance that Wes knows the answer. A League of Their Own, Wes, is the answer. You've never seen that movie. Tom Hanks, Gina Davis. It was filmed partially in League Stadium in Huntingburg, Indiana. That will end the 3rd inning as 5 runs come across the plate with only 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 runners left on base. We are headed to the 4th. Folks, you can't end the game in the 4th. I don't know who would have thought you could do that, but somebody who's not really that familiar with college softball. That's me. We'll take a break. Be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Popped up on the right side. Back goes Emily Higgs, and she adjusts, and it comes out of her glove. That will be an error on. It is not Emily Higgs. I think that might be Emily Ferguson who is checked into the game. She did come in for Higgs. Higgs wears 18. Emily Ferguson wears number 8. Get the runner on at second base on the E9. She's out there stomping around in the swamp in right field. She was under it, just had it bounce out of her glove. That was Ryan Pagano who reached second on the air. 2 balls, no strikes to Ava Marks. Was offered and received some French fries. Had my mouth stuffed when we came back from the break. So I had to just give you the sight and not the sounds to begin. Nobody wants to hear a broadcaster eating fries. 3-0 pitch is way wide. And the first 2 have reached against Alexis Tucker here in the top of the 4th inning. 3rd walk of the game by Tucker brings Jaden Moss to the plate. She's 0 for 2, or I'm sorry, 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd. I think I got 2 balls. Is it 2-1 or 2-0 or 1-1? I think it's 2-0. Now make it 2-1. look back at the replay here. She did not raise her right hand on the first pitch. We'll see, Wes. You go with your 1-2 if you want on the Toyota Gallatin scoreboard. I'm going with 2-1. Fouled straight back. It doesn't matter. You got lucky, Wes. Fouled back with 2 strikes. Guess what the count remains? 1-2 on your scoreboard, but 2-2 on mine. And there she does put up 2 fingers on that left hand. A League of Their Own, Wes. That's the movie. A League of Their Own. Nope. That is outside. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count to Jaden Moss. It's like we're just up here talking to each other on the couch, isn't it, Wes? Me and 6 other people watching on the Ball State Sports Network on YouTube. Everybody else is working. Swing and a foul ball. That got the inside part of the right leg of Michaela Collins. And a balmy 32 as the temperature is decreasing here. Oh, my watch says it's time to stand. I always obey my watch. Okay, I'm up and down. Look at that workout. That's how you work this. Or sometimes you just do this. The watch doesn't know. Head coach Jade Kirkland, formerly Jade Montgomery. Research assistant said that she recently got married. I hope that's not bad intel that I'm receiving. Looks like Collins is okay to continue here. Surely they're double layered on their legs. I know I am, and I'm sitting in the press box. Ball 4 will load the bases. Nobody out. Milwaukee Area Technical College trying to crack the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. Scored 2 runs in the first game against Lady Pioneers of Vol State. In game 1 of the triple header today. Have not been able to get anything but goose eggs up there through 3. Taylor Wilson will step in with nobody out. And Stormers on all 3 bases. Swing and a miss. This is game 2 of the season for Milwaukee Area Technical College. And to come south to get a game, although they're probably thinking right now they wish they would have played in that Panama City Classic. That catches the outside corner for strike 2. What I'm wondering, did the Lady Pioneers get a chance to see the beach at all while they're in Panama City Beach and it wasn't on a postcard? 0-2, Wes. It's 0-2. Who keeps on whispering in Wes's ear and getting him to mess up? Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. What are you doing, Wes? You got to start watching the game. Swing and a miss. Down goes Wilson on strikes for the first out of the 4th. 6th strikeout of the game for Alexis Tucker, who started this contest. Will face Mia Carini with the bases loaded and 1 out. Paints one on the outside corner for a called strike. Again, not able to really get warmed up is our duo of arbiters. Home plate umpire Hartley Hines and Mike Barrett out on the bases. They are working all 3 games today. So they did park close. They're just down past the left field wall and the batting cage. Get in there and start the truck up or the car and crank that heat up just in time to get warm so you can come back out, stand in the cold again for 2 hours. To make $2.95. Just kidding. They make a bundle here. Fastball on that outside corner. Catches another stormer looking. Second time that Carini's gone down on strikes. Now M.J. Haas, the left fielder, who struck out to begin the third. 2 outs, the bases are loaded. Swing and a miss. Take a hack. MJ. That's my motto as a hitting coach. Swing hard just in case you hit it. Yeah, but try to make it the pitch in the strike zone. That pitch was, she had to get up on her tippy toes for that one. Pagano down at third. She reached on an error. Marks and Moss at second and first reached on walks. Then back-to-back strikeouts by Tucker. She wants to keep that 0 up on the board. Along the line that says MATC. Lights are on here at Nichols Softball Complex. Popped up. Looks like she's going to get out of it. Wampler calls for the ball and makes the catch for out number 3. We will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 3 runners left on base. This is the Music City Classic at Gallatin on the campus of Ball State Community College. We'll be right back after this short break. Inquiring minds want to know who the new pitcher is for Milwaukee Area Technical College. Pretty sure this time it is not Jordan Hansard. Although she does have dark hair and a ponytail. But I think this young lady was warming up over here on the berm to the right. So I'm going to go final answer, new pitcher. Her name is No Idea. As I see the umpire in Wabash Valley going through some changes. We'll have a pinch hitter here is number 6, who is not on my Wabash Valley roster that I pulled off the line, but it's Molly Bell on the lineup card. So she's wearing number 6. Molly Bell is the pinch hitter for Jocelyn Vincent. Looks at ball 1. West just leaves the scoreboard controller. Popped up. I don't think that'll be playable. That'll hit off of the roof of the third base dugout. Let's see what we can tell you about Molly Bell. She's a 5'2" freshman from Evansville, Indiana. One player on the roster that I had that's not from Indiana. Pitch misses down. Not sure that she's here. Let's see if. Yes, she is. Going to go with Daly Cairns. Could be Carnes. Cairns. 5'5" sophomore. Ground ball foul. Count goes 2-2. So Molly Bell pinch hitting for Jocelyn Vincent, who ends up with, well, let's say end up, I guess she could get back in there. Hit by a pitch and a sacrifice bunt. 0 for 0. Smash down to third. That is not Ava Marks at third base any longer, and don't believe it's Emma Stout at first. But that's a ground out to the third baseman who throws to the first baseman. All names unknown. But again, I'm not the official scorer. I don't need to know these things. Back to the top of the lineup. I believe this is still number 3, Kylie Robinson. She's going to square around a bunt, pulls the bat back. Pitch, called a ball. Kylie's been on base all 3 times she's come to the plate. Walked and scored in the first. Single drove in a run, also in the first. And walked and scored in the third inning. Lets that changeup go by, and home plate umpire says that is a strike. So Robinson is 1 for 1. And that's the count, 1-1. She lays down the bunt. Right back to the pitcher, bare hand, throw to first, and bobbled. So that'll be an E1 to allow Robinson to reach. Third error of the game by the Stormers on my score sheet. Nice pitch in there on the inside corner to the pinch hitter, Michelle Wildman. Ground ball foul. She's down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Michelle's a 5'3" freshman from parts unknown. The roster does not indicate where she's from. We'll just make up a name. Name a city in Indiana. Somebody quickly. Evansville. Sorry, we can't use that one. That's already on the roster. One that's not on here. Indiana. Ground ball back to the pitcher. She's going to go to second for 1 to get the lead runner. Santa Claus, Indiana. Home of Holiday World. There you go. Fielder's choice by Michelle Wildman from Santa Claus, Indiana. If it's not on here, folks, we just make it up. That's how we do it here at Vol State. Nice play by the unknown pitcher. And Easton Wampler gets her fourth plate appearance. She fouls that one off. The queen of the foul ball to the right side. All right, some more trivia. Where is Larry Bird from in Indiana? If you don't know, you'll never guess. I'll give you a clue. It's near Terre Haute. French Lick, I believe, is where he's from. Somebody get on the Googler and find that out. I could be just making stuff up again, Christian. Who knows? I mean, there's not but 10 people out there. Surely somebody there could send an email to treesports@gmail.com. Maybe Dr. T's listening in the president's office. I don't know why she'd listen into the Milwaukee Area Technical College versus Wabash Valley College, but maybe she's doing that. As I have a 2-ball, 1-strike count. I don't think that's really where he's from. I don't think that's right. Keep digging. Keep digging till you find French Lick. 3 balls, 1 strike. Who's on that scoreboard? There, that girl, Caitlin Davis from Coffee County, Manchester, Tennessee. Wampler drills one out to right center field. That will scoot on through all the way to the wall. Let's see if Wildman will be sent. She is. She's going to come to the plate, and Wampler is going to cruise into third base with an RBI triple. A 2-out extra base hit. Drives in the 13th run of the game for Wabash. Why is my Wabash Valley not working? Whoa. Something is goofy with my scoreboard. Michaela Collins looking at 2 balls outside the zone. Laura Walker now with the mobile scoreboard controller. Everybody touch it. It's easy to operate, isn't it? I have no idea how to do it. Tamira Dreer showing up here in the press box. She's part of the basketball broadcast team. Popped up out to left center field. It may be trouble. And back, and that will hit a third of the way up the secondary screen. And there is the first long ball of this contest. Michaela Collins picks up the 2-run bomb. Let's check the statistical accomplishments and see if Michaela Collins has gone deep. That is the first home run of the year, according to the stats that I've pulled off the old computer for Wabash Valley. And the score is 15-0. Back-to-back extra base hits. Collins with a double and a home run. Alexis Tucker, the pitcher, looks at strike 1. 2 outs. It's the unknown pitcher, the second pitcher in for Milwaukee Area Technical College. They're not wearing their uniform tops. They're wearing all manner of winter weather gear, and so I don't know the numbers. Tucker's 1 for 2. Two ball, 1 strike count, nobody on. That stays down low, 3 balls and a strike. Still nobody emailing the show. That gets just the plate. Well, the Full Count Ministries full count. I've just picked my Full Count Ministries verse of the game, and that ball 4. We're going to get to it right now so I don't forget it later. This is a Bible verse that the baseball team is supposed to be going to start to memorize. They actually already got John 14:6. We'll use that one, okay? I pulled up John 6:35, but we'll go with John 14:6. This is a Bible verse that the 11 Full Count 242 discipleship group members are supposed to be memorized. As that ball is drilled in right field, that's going to get down off the bat of Mara Serafini, he said. That's going to drive in a run. That's going to be the second triple of the inning. An RBI to Serafini, who walked in her last plate appearance. And the 16th run was driven in. That brings up Audra Gibson, or at least it's supposed to. It does. So John 14:6, the Full Count Ministries verse of the game is, and Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. The Full Count Ministries verse of the game. I'd like to thank Full Count Ministries, Josh Carmen, the Director of Baseball Operations, Reed Glover, Director of now Discipleship, and the new Executive Director, John Smithson. Fly ball out to center field. Celia May makes the catch for out number 3, and that will retire the side. Not before Wabash Valley able to put 4 more on the board, collecting 3 hits in the inning, stranding 1. There was 1 error. We will head to the top of the 5th, and the Stormers have work to do. They have to score, what is that, Samson carry the 7 runs to continue this ball game. We'll be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. Call to the bullpen for Wabash Valley. Ava Schmidt comes out of the bullpen for her second appearance of the year. Alexis Tucker goes 4 innings, gives up no hits, no runs, walked 4, struck out 7. She's in line for her 3rd win of the year. Came in with a 2-0 record. Don't know if there's any other changes. I'm sure there are, but probably did not mention, but Molly Bell is now in at second base for Jocelyn Vincent. Easton Wampler still at short. Michelle Wildman at third. And the first pitch in there from Schmidt is a called strike. 16-0 is the score. Emma Stout It was supposed to be at the plate. I believe this might be our starting pitcher in game, or I recognize the pink hair there. I'm just trying to figure out. I think that's our second pitcher from game one. Who was not Laura Walker? That's the second pitcher for Vol State. Navia Folk. Final answer as to who is at the plate. Now I'll catch up with the scoreboard operator. Hey, it's Laura Walker, second pitcher for Vol State. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball. What number are you? This will be a number 8 showing on the roster. Check swing, ground ball down to first base. That is Gibson, who will make the easiest play she'll make in college on a ground out. Navia Folk. Got a new batter here, but I don't know who it is. It's not Sophia Hansen. Check swing. Call that a strike. Let's get that scoreboard correct. Telling you, this is a fast-paced game. Swing and a miss. Ava Schmidt on in relief of Alexis Tucker. Retires the first batter in a changeup. It's the Stormer check swing. She's not called. They're going to check down at first base. Mike Barrett, he likes being out in the cold. He says no, she did not go. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schmidt moves the batter off of home plate. We'll have a full count, Ministries, full count. Right down the can for a backward K in the book. And Milwaukee Area Technical College down to their last out in today's action. Just going to give you, in case there are any folks watching interested in Stormers' schedule. This is Celia May's spot. I don't think that's Celia May at the plate. Change up. She could have wore that one, but she decided to not to. I could ask another movie trivia question. Who's famous for saying to not to? Ball 3, ball 4. Who is it? To not to. Cars is the answer. Who is it? Toe Mater. Toe Mater says, what have I told you about that? To not to. 2 out walk to Fanu Manu Lanu. Do you know her? Fanu Manu Lanu? First name unknown, middle name unknown, last name unknown. That is the ultimate unknown subject. Now, right here, I don't think that's Ryan Pagano. I don't know that I've seen Ryan Pagano swing with a heavy overcoat. This young lady has chosen to come to the plate with a huge coat on. 1-1 pitch, changeup popped up but it will hit the dirt. Again, the Lady Pioneers will take on Wabash Valley approximately 30 minutes after this game concludes. I will try to choke down whatever's left of the McDonald's bag that's left in here. That pitch gets down and by Collins down to second base goes the unknown runner. Tomorrow, Milwaukee Tech will take on Motlow State at 10:30, and then Wabash Valley and Motlow State will play game 2. I've got a Full Count Ministries full count. Let's see what we got, and I'm right. Laura Walker, I'm right. 12:45 is the scheduled time for game 2 between Wabash and Motlow. Full count pitch is low and on the inside corner for called strike 3. Hartley Hines, she's cold. She's ready to get into the car and get warmed up. That will conclude this contest. The winner with 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point extra points, Wabash Valley, they shut out Milwaukee Area Technical College. Winner is Alexis Tucker. She goes to 3-0. Losing pitcher is Jordan Hansard. She falls to 0-1. Wabash Valley gets over the 500 mark, moves to 3-2. And Milwaukee Area Technical College falls to 0-2. The Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, as chosen by a panel of softball experts, Michaela Collins, double, a 2-run home run. She scored 3 runs. Michaela Collins is the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Congratulations to her and all her family and adoring fans. Stay tuned, or actually we'll come back with a new live feed. Let's see if we can get this one final. It is 16-0. Wabash Valley College defeats Milwaukee Area Technical College. President here at Volunteer State, she's a big softball fan. Waiting for her to make an appearance at the Nichols Sports Complex. It might be tomorrow. Not sure. But she's a fan. Hopefully she'll be around here at numerous games. Dr. Wendy Tostenson. For Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Head Coach Christian Lynn of the Lady Pioneers, this is Tim Reese saying so long. Thanks for joining me right here on the Vol State Sports Network. God bless you.